I'll try.
All right, here we go.
All right. All right, so we're going to be talking about school. So, listen in.
Oh yeah, just continue your train of thought. Where were
Okay,
you
so
at?
my train of thought was with, oh my God, I lost it.
Future school AI.
Oh, yeah, future school. So I think the future of school, I don't think it's going to be sending your kids away anymore. I think it's going to be a parent staying home and then having AI teach them lessons. I think that's, because when you think about
Homeschooling?
because think about the tax money it's going to save, because schools get so much tax money, to the school lunches, paying the teachers, all the staff, the building upgrades.
It's poor quality food, poor quality education.
Yeah, it really is. And
doesn't set you up for the real world.
Exactly. Our tax money could be going to other revenues, like, giving free healthcare to the citizens, God forbid, right? But yeah, I just think AI is going to be driven. It's going to be the new school. But the only problem I see against that would be like that human connection factor, which is what school heavily relies on. Like, the problem you get with homeschooling your kids is that maybe they aren't going to socially integrate as well, and then maybe won't learn. They might struggle with authority. I know I struggled with authority in school. That's why I didn't complete it. Because I thought I was a top dog. I thought nobody could tell me nothing. So I struggled with authority a little bit. So maybe if with the AI, like, nobody's gonna respect the AI's authority. I mean, you would have to be a whole new level of brainwash too. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe school will go to the AI direction, but I kind of just thought, that human connection too. But
so those things could be separated.
They could be, and in a way you could do that is maybe every neighborhood would have like a little classroom, and you send all the neighborhood kids to that classroom, and it's AI teaching them. And then maybe there's like one of the mothers are standing there watching, make sure kids don't get in fights and stuff.
I will say, I think that would be the worst manifestation of this technology would be if they sort of just simulated the already archaic fucking system. Because I think all the kids in a classroom, that part's not necessary. There's no social, that's not where we're learning the you're not being like bullied. Like on the playground is where you learn a lot of the social cohesion, not in the classroom.
That's true.
It's like we might as well all be wearing Oculus Rift goggles, but we're all sitting in the classroom. Nothing much is like gonna happen. But I think what the AI would allow is for unique curriculums, like for each tailored to each individual student based on their interests, and you're just nurturing their interests, and through that you reverse engineer a curriculum where they can learn writing, communication, math, logic, creativity, and actually teach things that are actually useful. Because remember how we're saying that schools don't teach like
about like relationships and taxes and stuff like
that, right? That's like the parents' job, but parents are
hit or miss.
Yeah, and that's just like a lot of responsibility. Like there should be, like parents don't know, they're not an expert.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not going to have the best way to deliver it. There should be experts in this, which would be a trained AI or a trained human. Because the future can still be humanized, or it can be
ranked by AI.
Yeah. What's the word for making something converting it to an electronic technological system?
I'm not really too sure.
Yeah, but you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, I know. I see what you're saying.
So, because the current school system is shit, because it's like there's no uniqueness. They don't breathe creativity, and it's just memorization based, which isn't even like
not problem
an
solving.
Impressive fucking intelligence metric.
It's not. That one is like purely just genetic, and I guess a little bit with lifestyle. If you got hit in the head a lot, your memory's probably not that good.
Genetic for sure.
Yeah. Like, for problem solving, you could improve your problem solving. I don't really know if you can improve your memory. Maybe you can improve it a little bit, by getting better sleep, laying away from drugs, eating better, stuff like that. Kind of just the basic stuff.
Practicing recall, short-term, long.
But the ceiling is capped for it. To a problem solving, I feel like the ceiling, it might be capped, but there's a lot higher mountain to climb. You could really improve that a lot more than you can improve your memory.
Right.
At least from
There's so many different kinds of ways you can structure and involve your mind to be even more efficient, more creative, more see different angles. So an issue I see with school is that the motivating factor for going through the motions it's a negative. We're utilizing fear, a negative emotion, as sort of a component to the motivating factor to even go through the motions, and that fear stems from failure, and that failure comes from the grades that you're measured by, which ultimately, depending on your grades, you can graduate to the next level. So like leveling up.
Yeah.
And leveling up is the system, or success is hinged upon leveling up, which is hinged on grades, which is hinged on failure, which is hinged on fear, which is the source of your motivation, which I think is a terrible way to be motivated.
I agree too, yeah.
So the better way, I think, to be motivated is to be motivated by knowledge.
Yeah.
Right? And then that success is hinged upon your knowledge, which is hinged upon your motivation.
Yeah.
And that sets you up for the real world, which is school is meant to set you up for the real world, but I think it's just super misguided.
Yeah. I want to speak on the grades real quick too. I think grades are a bad idea because now you're comparing yourself to other students, and it kind of creates a hierarchy amongst students, and kids might be thinking, oh, they got straight A's, they're smarter than everybody else or better than everybody else, but that's not really it is. You're just good at that. That's your place. Everybody has a place in the world, and every single human that's ever lived has contributed, whether negatively or positively. Another thing too, grades get you in trouble with your parents, right? Oh, you're getting C's, you got to bump it up to at least a B's, and now parents are punishing their kids and making them study a lot harder for what? A better grade on a paper. It's not gonna get you a better job. Nobody successful has ever said, yeah, thank the Lord, I got all A's in elementary school. It's never happened. If your kid wants to pursue for better grades, let them. But if my kid gets, as long as he's passing, that's fine with me. Your C's get degrees. That's the old saying. Yeah, I'm not gonna put that pressure. I'm letting my kid enjoy their childhood. A childhood shouldn't be get the best grades possible. You have your rest of your life to work as hard as possible.
Dude,
Leisure max is the kid.
Right. Well, that ties in like this. The school is used sort of as like a proxy parental raising of your child. Wouldn't it be great if you could nurture your child's interests rather than funnel them into something that forces them to do a bunch of learn things in a way that doesn't align with any of their interests? That's what AI is gonna allow for. It'll be a bit. You're already kind of like delegating. Your kid spends 8 hours a day at a fucking school. That's pretty crazy. I'd rather spend more time
their life
around my family. And even if you're gonna send me 8 hours away, school is not the most efficient process. Like they go at the speed of the lowest common denominator. Even then, if you're falling behind, if your school doesn't have accommodations, like it's just a terrible experience for a lot of people. And some people excel in that setting. Great for them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But not everyone is like that.
Yeah.
It needs.
We're
kneecapping our society because we're this little loophole we got to jump through that only benefits some, and it benefits. I mean, you're gonna learn to write. It benefits almost everyone, but it's just it could be condensed into like a way shorter period. Kids could have more free time to be a kid, and it could be more unique. It could nurture their creativity and their uniqueness and their personal interests, and then they can learn all the things that they need to learn through that. So I think the future of school is uncertain. But I would like for it to radically improve. Already kind of like we're in the generation right now where it's like, I didn't go to college. I chose not. I went for like a quarter and then I withdrew. And it's like I decided I'm going to put myself through my own school. That takes a lot of energy.
It does, and
it takes
because you have to forge your own path.
Yeah, it takes competence. Like I'm having to push myself into unknown territory and have the faith that I can learn and figure out how to self-educate myself and be successful. So that I don't want it to have to come to people like, I mean, that's probably what's going to come to. Like guys are already going to college less and less.
Like
a
lot less,
if people are going to break the mold and counter the system, it's going to be probably men, younger people on average, and on top of that, probably more men, right? Because got more of that, like you said, anti-authoritarian, blah, 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 risk-taking.
Yeah, and also men just tend to forge their own paths. Women tend to be a lot more monolithic. It's like if one of their friends is doing something, they're a lot more likely to do it. To where men, it's like, okay, he could do his own thing, I'm gonna do my own thing.
Yeah.
At least from what I picked up. Yeah. But no, I think it's only like 45% of men go to college. So it's less than half now. To where back in the day, I'm sure it was more had to have been, right? Because it was like, go to college and get a good job and, you know, this and that. Like, that's so old. That's not how the modern day works, you know? Yeah. There's so many ways you could create money now through, like, you know, what we're doing, YouTube, or maybe you got your own business idea, whatever it is, you know. There's
leveraging technology.
Exactly, yeah. You don't need school anymore unless you want to be a doctor or a lawyer or something like that. Then, yeah, you 100% need to go to school for that.
Now.
Yeah, exactly, right? Eventually, the doctor's going to be AI. I mean, who's going to trust a human to do a surgery that a robot can do with exact precision?
Yeah.
You know? So, yeah, AI will rule. It's going to be weird seeing the AI develop over the course of our lifetime because we're in the infant stages of it still.
Yeah.
So, yeah, with school, though, like, honestly, I just think they should prioritize it being fun and easy learning compared to being like
are you talking what grade or for all
grades,
college?
For all grades. College maybe start taking it serious, take away the fun because, you know, some of those degrees are serious.
More specific.
Like, I don't want my surgeon having fun in college. I want that dude studying 14 hours a day, best believe. But I don't know, I just think they should prioritize a lot more group projects. I didn't have that many group projects in school. Maybe you did, or other people did, but like there wasn't like that many group building skills. I think that's the best point of school is to, you know, so you can learn how to socialize with, you know, society and stuff like that.
And we already know the value of it is already like it's like free falling in real time in front of us. Like people are having a hard time getting jobs, and then on top of that, it's over. You know, everyone knows it's overpriced, and I think we should have less people going into college.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Like then the reason maybe there's so much less men in schools is because they're with like DEI type shit. Like they're trying to get more women into the fields, but it's like, bro, now you're kind of like, it's like there's gonna be probably more women out there who are gonna be fucking stuck in this shit, and they could have been better off not having even gone to school and tried to go more unique, creative thing, you know, and like.
And then they're taking the kind of.
And nobody wants to work a job anyway.
No, nobody. Women screw themselves over on that. Good Lord.
Jeez, dude. But at least, you know, AI is gonna. We're not gonna resist it. If AI is like, I'll take this job for you, sir. Okay. Exactly. Well, I need to live. As long as I can live, AI can take all the fucking jobs it wants. Right? You know, like, because then I think it's gonna force people. You know, work is like. Doing something is like in our genetics. We're wired to like we're hunters, right? Yeah. We're wired to obtain something in certain ways, like whatever symbolism you want to fucking use. But you know, with all this free time, people are gonna have to like do some more soul searching. I think that's what we need as a society. Is like a lot more soul searching. We need more people to realize, oh shit, I've just been a cog in a machine floating down the river. Like I didn't even bother to swim upstream. I didn't bother. I've just been on this lazy river, like do.
Not making my own.
We need to pop their fucking little balloon
and let them swim,
and crank up the fucking get it to like river rapid level fucking shit, and like a wake up call.
Yeah.
Because I look back at the factory jobs back then; those look terrible.
Oh my god, yeah.
And we're still in this industrial revolution, you know, system. It's like built around that, and we've still got these warehouse jobs that are just the job that everyone's just doing the job just to get to an end. That's how you can put up with it. The people, like you said, who go home, you work your job, you just go home, you drink, you conk out, you distract yourself, rinse, repeat. You've just given up on any higher calling, any dream, any resistance. You just fall in line. This programming starts at the very beginning stage once you were in school and you were able to be motivated by fear. Fear of not getting food on the table, fear of getting bad grades, fear of not having a job, fear of failure, failing of your business. You're not going to try because you're going to go you're just going to go through the motions.
The route that everybody else did.
Yeah, and do what they told you because they're fear baiting you.
Yeah.
The minute you start falling behind in school, they're going to say, you need to do better. You're going to be a fuck up. They're going to tell your parents. The cops will get involved. Like, it's all negative fear mongering. There's no faith in this.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And another thing too is like nobody reads books anymore, and that's probably the best way to still get knowledge. You know, because you're learning from somebody who's spent their entire life doing that, right? Like if you want to get good at cooking, you read from a cookbook from like the best chef in the world, and they'll tell you everything because they spent the year in year out doing that. You know, so then you learn, from their fuck ups. Like I think a lot of people don't do it. Is when talking to like older people, like people in their like 80s, 90s, about kick the can. I think it's important to ask them like, hey, where did you go wrong in life? What did you wish you did that you didn't do? And you could learn from that. And like, people don't do that, for whatever. And a lot of old people, they won't admit what they did because, like ego. I mean, how do you still have an ego and you could barely move? Yeah. That's ridiculous. But yeah, I still don't think people are connecting with others that well. And we see it too, like when you're out in public, you give someone a nod and a wave, and then they're just like on their phone ignoring you. It's like, damn, what the hell?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. And I've even seen, like, it doesn't matter if you're successful, if you got a good job or good money, you can see it in someone. At least I can, when I know that they're just going through the motions for fear of like trauma from childhood, trauma from school, trauma from just all the programming and brainwashing. Like, you're just doing the thing. You just have a job to have a job. It's almost like people who have like kids just to have kids. Yeah. I can see the same thing. I can see a parent who's really there, who's going to bring a child into his life and nurture them into an empowered and being, versus parents that are just like, well, like it's just like a thing to do for fucking TikTok, or a thing to do because you didn't even think of it. Like you don't even know what birth control is. The intention behind it, like I don't want to be doing anything if I'm not going to be an innovator and pushing it and improving it. Like I would hate to work at a job where I can't okay, it's like I don't want to talk shit on people, but it's like, bro, if like say you're a doctor or you're an engineer, like whatever, like you're there to help people, you're there to do the thing, but I would want to be like doing research to discover new things, like pushing the envelope, not just like going there to get a bag and do a thing that's kind of like repetitive. Like it's just like you can just be replaced. But if you're the guy who's doing something, finding a new thing, you can't be replaced. Like you're one in a million. Yeah. There's something to that. Like I can see that. Someone who's not so connected to what they're doing, that they're just doing it to a level that's kind of shallow. Even if it's very specialized, you're doing it to where you're very shallow. I don't relate to that. I need to like get to the core. Like I need to pierce through the core and flip out the other side of the earth and go into space and go into uncharted territory and just like push it. And that brings us back to competence. That's to me that's what competence means. Like doing some pushing into the unknown, not knowing that you have what you need, but like you have the confidence and the faith, and you have the actual ability. Like you've practiced pushing yourself to do things you don't know how to do, that you've done it so often that you're just like, bro, throw me in any fucking thing, I will succeed. I will do it. Like I will die trying. Yeah. You may not succeed every time, but it's like you will do it. There's a difference between that and people who never even budge. They don't even go out of that zone.
Yeah. Humans will do what's most comfortable. Humans will do what's most comfortable to them. Yeah. Why would you go out and risk being uncomfortable and failing when you have success right here, right? Yeah. But it's the people that do risk failure that achieve the highest status in whatever it is they're trying to do. So you can't be afraid of failure because it's going to happen. But it kind of brings me back to like school. Like they kind of say if you're going on your own path, and figuring out this problem, they're gonna, coddle you back into the line. Like they're like a shepherd, looking to get you back into the line of sheep. Yeah. To where like, I think school should be okay. Say if it takes this kid 10 minutes to do the work, it takes this other kid an hour to do the work. Let the kid that takes 10 minutes to do the work, and they let them do whatever else they want. And the kid that takes an hour, maybe give him more attention. Because schools they'll try balancing attention, but like the kids that know what they're doing, they don't need that much attention. They're getting enough of it at home probably. And like, you gotta, it sucks too because you know, maybe that's unfair because this kid's getting a lot more attention, but like you gotta help out the lowest, you know, raise them up a bit, you know. That's why I believe these things.
There's the lowest. That's the thing. You're saying sheep. Think of all the white sheep, and then think about the black sheep. You've got the lowest of the white sheep, but then you've also got the black sheep. I feel like this whole experience of life or in school is harder for the black sheep. We should actually be prioritizing the black sheep because they're the ones who are going to push the envelope because they're going to go against the grain. They're not built for it this way. They're out there. They're like you and I. You know, we need school for the black sheep more so than the white sheep. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, people that are in line are going to be in line no matter what.
Because the guy who's at the bottom of the class is either the white sheep or a black sheep.
Yeah.
If you're at the top of the class, you're a white sheep.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry, you're not a black sheep.
No, you're not. Yeah, you're not forging your own way.
Yeah,
you're doing what you're
like,
told.
It could be a black sheep, like as in you, who was like, "Fuck this, I'm out." Like,
I'm doing my own thing. Yeah.
Yeah, or it could have been like me, who was just like, I was still in the motions, but I was like, max IEP, fucking ADHD, couldn't take a test in the classroom, like had all these accommodations, like, but I wasn't a problem. The teachers liked me, but I was like not built for it.
Yeah.
And it weighs on you because you feel, if you're thinking of, if you're in the frame of motivation comes from fear and failure and grades, you're gonna feel like shit. Not being out of there, you know?
Exactly, yeah.
And I had this full thorough programming, and it was only because I smoked hella weed and just like thought for myself and spent time alone and pondered and questioned and tried to be true and unique to myself.
Yeah.
And be unshackled.
Yeah, exactly. You have to live your truth, you know? You have to live your truth, or else you're going to have resentment for yourself and you're going to grow old and bitter.
That's why maybe they don't want people to smoke weed.
Yeah, right, yeah. And I think the scariest thing in the world is the what if. You know, what if I tried that? You know? You don't want to be on your deathbed saying what if. You want to be, yeah, man, I'm glad I did that, you know? Yeah. I think a lot of people are going to have that regret, you know, that what if. Especially people our age, because people our age are motivated, you know? And you know, people in school, like, you know, like, they're so programmed to their way, you know, or to the way that they think is the way. You know, and they're not really doing what they want to do. They're not happy. Like my one friend, she was going to CMU for psychology. You know, I can't remember the exact degree. And she dropped out. And she already did like 2 quarters, right? So she owes a lot of money. Sucks. But she dropped out and she's going to be a hairdresser, a cosmetology or something like that. And that's what she really wants to do. But she also wants to make music too. It's like, well, I think, you know, do the cosmetology since you do like it, you know, and then, you know, do the music in your free time and work on that, and then, you know, have them both serve you.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Fill your life up with what you actually want. Like,
exactly, yeah.
That would suck had she been a therapist, but she didn't really want to be a therapist. She wanted to be doing music, but she spends 80 hours, 40 hours a week being a therapist.
Yeah, hearing other people's problems. Who the fuck wants to do that?
Man, helping other people.
Yeah.
Probably helping other artists, and it's like, dude, I so strongly believe in all that we just
whatever brings you happiness, you got to do it. And for me, going to school would not bring me happiness, so I'm not doing it. You know, living my way, as Frank Sinatra said, my way.
My way or the highway.
Yeah, right. Yeah, in the comments, you guys got to let us know. Did you guys go to school? Were you guys getting good grades, bad grades? Did you fit the mold? You know, just let us know your experiences. You know, do you guys make friends or not? You know,
Yeah. What do you think the future of school? What would you be cool with letting your kids do or you go through?
Yeah, because I do think I'm hearing more and more people talking about homeschooling. I'm gonna go homeschool my kids. I never heard that when I was a kid. You know, it was rare. But now I'm like hearing a lot. It's common talk these days. You know, I feel like. So it's interesting, the future of school. Like, how's it gonna play out? You know.
Yeah.
So yeah. Because I don't have a clue.
I think we should go into a video like the future society where we can blend it all in, where it's like, you know, if we need to go the right direction with our health and nutrition, so we need to have like localized community gardens and things, and localized community events and music and fun and games.
Hell yeah.
And everything can get revamped. And maybe, you know, I think it's possible. It's a possibility that it's a possibility for us on our timeline in this dimension.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no such thing as neighborhood block parties anymore. That used to be a common thing.
Yeah. Kids playing out. And all
Yeah.
that.
People playing music. Dads grilling, moms talking shit about other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy, and that'll get me into some crazy shit. We were talking about Peter Thiel. He was talking about true freedom and democracy are not compatible. I was like, well, to me, I was like, what I'm thinking about is true freedom, and then I didn't really think like, but are we going to be in a democratic system? Like, what does the political system of this utopian ideal look like?
Yeah.
I'm not so versed in the political, like whatever these, democracy, this, that, and the third, like these structures. I'm not super well versed in them. All I can think of is like big picture is like laws of nature, universe, nurturing, empowerment. I want to be on the right side of evolution and natural selection, and I don't want us to self-annihilate or self-sue. Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, society's kind of committing suicide right now. Birth rates are declining big time due to probably just honestly socializing. If people socialize more, be having more kids. Why aren't they socializing? Well, they're working so much. They're stressed from work. They don't want to go out. You put in the 8 hours to a job you hate. You're probably not gonna want to go out and like explore, because then and you're facing failure from that too. You're going out and exploring, trying to get with women. Bad failure there. It racks up to you. Damn it.
We need more free, independent thinkers, people to really make a change, and that's not going to come from sending more people to these bullshit schools. And then it's not, fear mongering that you're going to be poor if you don't is not going to help. It's going to take a whole revamping.
Yeah, it's going to be
re-education camp. Mandatory. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Gosh. Send the ones that don't fit the mold into it. Beat them into it. If not, just throw them in the dump.
It's kind of how it is now, dude.
Yeah, kind of. Right.
Yeah. It's. Yeah.
I have no more thoughts. Do you?
Yeah. No, I think that's a wrap.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Sick. Thank God we